As we head into winter, the number of bees in each hive is decreasing, and the colder it gets, the tighter the bees cluster together. This leaves areas of comb unprotected and open to squatters. Given the chance, mice will move in and build a nest. They'll also eat honey, pollen and wax and disturb the bees. This disturbance and loss of stores can sometimes be fatal for a colony. To prevent this, we need to reduce the size of the hive entrance, and we do this by fastening on mouse guards. The mouse guard. Just a piece of metal with holes drilled in through which the bees can pass in and out of the hives. Those holes are small enough to prevent mice getting in. Then the mouse guards are just held in with panel upholstery pins in effect. If I was starting again, or if I had a proper setup, I'd have all the floors made so that the entrances were under that 9mm deep. But I haven't. I've gathered my equipment up over a lot of years, bit by bit, hodgepodge sort of going on really. I've made some, bought some second hand, bought some new stuff. But this is one thing I would do. I would make all these floors. I wouldn't have the floors made with a very narrow entrance. So this job wasn't necessary. But we've got to make the best of what we have. Just a case of getting down low so I can line it up, something like. Stick a pin in. There comes a bee. Oh, gold. Here comes a few bees. Just give a bit of smoke. I haven't got my hood up here. It's sometimes just easier to work without the hood up if you can, but it can be a bit foolhardy at times. Oh, God. Get in there. I don't know. Another one on. A few more to go at this site. Oh dear, I've got that in the wrong place. That is cross-happed. So this one's it's about at that end. There you can see where it's. Oh, good bloody hell. Get in. Yeah, you can just see. Yeah, I get through them holes, but I'm just going to straighten it up. I'm a bit pedantic like that at times, to be honest. Don't help myself always. That's fairly well wedged in. Honestly. Oh God, they're landing on my lugs. Get in. Sometimes that will upset them. Oh, honestly, they were alright till I came along them. You were doing okay, weren't you? My interference is not appreciated. Just need to get that then braid home, really. Right. There we go. That's better. There's been umpteen planes overhead this morning while I've been at this site. The RAF are really busy today. I don't know whether there's a training exercise going on or what. I'm only about 10 or 12 mile maybe from RAF Leaming, North Yorkshire. So we do get quite a bit of plane activity over. I enjoy this pleasant ramble, me just rambling on. I do a lot of thinking and talking to myself because, I'm just going to let steal. Bloody bees. Obviously I'm on my own a lot of the time and maybe it shows. Oh, for God's sake, get in. It just needs to be up a bit. That's alright. Yep. Thought I'd go. Then we've got to another site. It does disorientate them a bit, putting these guards on. They're used to flying back to a fully open entrance, and it can make them circle around a bit. They do find their way back in. Doesn't take them long to adjust to the new look on. Oh yeah, that's it. That's alright, I think. This is a job far easier. The grass is dry, but at this time of year, morning dew and that, sometimes it doesn't dry out at all. God, we've had some rain. I'm just glad everything's done, really. One of the recommendations for bee sites is that it should always be accessible by a vehicle at all times. And yeah, that is good advice, but during the winter, I don't really need to get the vehicle right to the hives. What gear and equipment so far I need to carry in. I need to get to them in winter, it can be carried in by hand or with a barra, if need be. I mean, here I only need a few mouse guards, pins, smoker. I'm only parked 60, 70 yards away, but as if I had a lot of honey boxes to get off here, I'd have to be right up to the hives. But this time of year, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. It's a joy, really. It's so easy now. After all the struggles. We've now got the winter to forget about them all. We start again. This stuff I'm spouting out my mouth, it's just the thoughts that go through my head as I'm working the bees, doing the different jobs. Absolute nonsense, really, but I'm recording it anyway, whether or not any of this will ever get pardon me, whether this will ever go out, I don't know. What I do know is it's an almighty relief to get out of that flipping shed. I know the shed's important, we need it then. Process the honey and so on, but I hate being in a shed. Especially, I may have got quite a few weeks of shed work coming up. Cleans, oh, get out. These are quite nasty. Yeah, there's quite a bit to do. Cleaning up dead hives and so forth. But it is grand to be back outside. Where I belong, really. Right, this is the last one here, thank God. Ah, there. Whoa, get out of it. There we are. That'll do. Right. Now here's something which shouldn't be around at this time of year. That is a drone bee, a male. The workers are sterile females, queen's a fertile female. And the drones are only supposed to be in the hives from spring through to late summer, early autumn. And then the workers kick them out. They don't tolerate them over the winter because they're non-productive insects. They're only there to fly and mate with new queens. Sometimes when you find those in hives at this time of year, it can be a sign of, you guessed it, queenlessness or a drone laying queen. So I just found it on the floor, I've no idea which hive it's come from. But there we are. Shouldn't really be there at this time of year. Note to myself, hive number 230, rotten floor. Had it, needs replacing. Certainly before I move them around next spring. Most guards going on here, just about all these hives need one on. And I've come to one here, And as I knelt down to put the mouse guard on, I noticed all this outside there. That to me looks like chewed up insulation. I use two different types of insulation on the hives. One's a sort of a foil membrane, and the other's the sort of blown foam insulation, Celotex Kingspan type of stuff. And that looks to me to be the chewed up foam type of insulation. I'm thinking we may already have a guest in this hive. I'm about to find out. I haven't. See what I'm going to take the lid off. Right, we'll see what we have under here, if any. Bloody hell. So, that presumably is a mouse. It's coming up the side of the hive and starting to dig out all the insulation. My main concern really is the environmental damages it's doing. You don't want that stuff blowing on the land and into waterways and so on. One reason why I've decided to phase the insulation out. I never did used to use it years ago, and I think I'm going to go back to that. So this here is all chewed up. Put that in my pocket. Put it in the bag. Right, I'll set the camera back up over here. I'm going to take that off. Whether there's a mouse under there or what, I don't know. I'm about to find out. Might jump a bit here if I... No. If the mice get in and the bees are clustered tight in the cold winter, the mice will actually... Look at this, disaster. Oh God, I can't be doing with this. Gather up what I can. The mice will actually go into the bottom of the box and chew comb and honey and the wooden frames, make a right mess. So the bees don't look to be any the worse for it. But I'm going to take that out now. The mouse will only come back and make things worse. That can go. Just heft them while I'm here. Oh, they're good and heavy anyway, that's one thing. And at least by disturbing them like that, the mouse is in the bottom box, the bees will have become agitated and active and they'll have driven the mouse out, so I'm pretty sure there's no mouse in there. Now we just need to smoke them in and stick a mouse guard on. Come on ladies, back in you go. I'm a bit late getting these mouse guards on. They should have been on last week, really. But anyway, busy with other things. Do what I can. Do my best. Sometimes it's not enough. Hopefully that's the end of that. Things are just a bit wet. Come close enough on this side. This end's fine. They're okay. But there's a bit of wash on the stands down here. Wow. I can make out the bits of frass and that on the stand. It doesn't go in the hive, but it's certainly come a bit close. That one's more noticeable. I may have to use, in future, use this end up to about here. Miss out this bit. I've only on this side a couple of years. And then relocate some to this end, which isn't a problem. Just they'll stay where they are for this year, but in future Much drier going here. It has been very wet. We've had a very wet time. We haven't suffered anywhere near as badly as some. Just trying to get mouse guards on. It's that flooded site. If I kneel down in this, the leg ends up like that, and all the water's running down. Hell. Yeah, not so rusty. Goes in easier. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do. If you found that interesting, please click like and subscribe and ring the bell for notification of future video releases. Thank you. See you later.